Hello there. So today I'm going to attempt to show you all how to shield drop on the box, um, whether that's the version 3 patch on the R1 or if you have the brand new R2 box. It's applicable to both parties. Myself, I'm on the V3 patch using an R1, so I'll just talk from my perspective. So I figured we would talk about today what's the changes in accordance with shield dropping for the new patch, and what's different for the R2 in that regard. So from a neutral standing position when you're on the platform, originally what we would have to do is you'd hit L and then you'd hit R, and R would override your L input because you can only shield drop on box with L. You can't do it with R, and R was meant to override the L so you'd get shield tilt rather than this roll input. So that has been removed. Now what has replaced that is you are shielding and then you're hitting modifier X, and then that'll allow you to shield tilt, and you can see how much easier it is. It feels good, feels nice. It's very simple. So once you shield, you hit that modifier X from your neutral standing position. You can either choose to buffer a back input or a forward input, and after you do so, you release that modifier input while holding forward or back, and then you hit down and you will get a shield drop. That is how the new way of how you shield drop from a neutral standing position. Now let's say you're a little bit more on the go, you're kind of in the middle of pressure, something like that, you're in the middle of tech chase, whatever your situation is, and you want to shield drop. You don't have time for the neutral position bullshit. So when you're dashing, you can buffer in a horizontal input from that dash dance, for instance, on the platform, or even just a regular dash. So that would be dash, shield, and you see how I'm still holding forward from that dash input. I don't need to let it go and repress it. I just need to hold it, hit down, bam, shield drop. Same thing if we're going the other way. Holding the horizontal input from the shield stop, down, bam, shield drop. Now, if we want to do that, say from an aerial or even a standing normal or something like that, let's say a bear, you can see how fast I'm holding forward or back after I do that fast L cancel input. So I'm buffering that. That's ready to go. So once you do that, it's the same situation as standing position. The only thing that we've done differently is instead of hitting this modifier X to get that shield tilt, we don't need to because we buffered in that horizontal input from the aerial. Then after you're holding that horizontal input, you hit down just like you were in the standing position. And it's important to note, I think, that you can also shield on the platform, and if you hit modifier X like from that standing position, you buffer the Z, you can actually light shield and shield drop from here. Like you don't have to, all you have to do from here, shield, modifier, buffer in that Z, because you can't light shield anymore like you used to on R1. So R1 used to light shield through these methods. Now it's buffered Z. So you want to do that, modifier X, buffered Z, you buffer in that horizontal input we were talking about, you release that modifier just like the same, still holding the forward and the Z, hit down, and you can shield drop from a light shield input, which is pretty important and very nice. Last method of how we can shield drop is you would want to shield and then hit modifier X, and then if you hit modifier X and then you hit down, and then within 4 or 5 frames, I believe it is, after hitting down, you would have to release that modifier X input, and it'll allow you to shield drop straight down. You don't have to do any buffered input or anything like that. You can see how the trade-off is. It's a little harder to get because it's a 4 or 5 frame window, while you can do this literally like in any position that you want. So the buffered method is definitely probably my go-to method of shield dropping, but it really depends on what you want and what position you're in at any given time. So hopefully this was a good explanation of how to shield drop, and I'd like to thank EcoVid for helping me with just giving me information and how to organize my thoughts a little bit better. So thank you. I'll be making more videos, so I'll catch you guys sometime soon.